got something good for you guys today. Today I'm going to be supplementing these mouse pads. I'm going to show you how you can make some money off of just some simple mouse pads. Of course, I got my sublimation blanks from Coastal Business. I'll have it linked down below. I get a lot of my sublimation blanks from there if you follow me so far. So I decided to pick up something new. So I got these mouse pads. They come in various sizes. They come 10 in a pack and they are so cheap. Before we get into the video, you already know what to do. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel because I am going to be helping you out with so much content, showing you behind the scenes of my business and helping you expand yours and giving you all different types of creative things to do for your business. Let's go ahead and open this up. So these come 10 in a pack, various different sizes, and not expensive at all. Oh, this is really thick. These are full sublimation ready. So this is 9.5. Is it a full 9.5? Let me get an actual ruler for you guys. This is, okay, so this is like 9 by 7.5. And I believe I got the ones for 1/8. I believe these are 1/8 because I think I got the cheapest ones. And they were only $8.55 for 10. So you do the math. By the time you sublimate this and they have a small, they smell a little weird, but I guess it's just the foam in the back. I also got this phone case, but I'm not going to sublimate this yet. I'm going to, it fell out. I also got this sublimation phone case, comes like this. This is when I had this Samsung Galaxy S9, but since I bought the case, I changed my phone, so now I can't use this. So I'm going to be doing a video soon on a resin phone case that's coming up. So I switched my phone to the iPhone 12 Pro Max, so I don't have an Android anymore. So I'm going to have to find someone to give this to, and I'll sublimate it for whatever they want. So until then, I have to wait for my case to come in, and I'm going to try to do this nice resin DIY phone case. So you'll get to see that as well. But today we're going to sublimate this mouse pad. I'm going to advertise this because I am going to start selling these as well. And this is something that you can do. So I'm going to show you today all the steps, how you can supplement and how you can put any image on a mouse pad and get some coins. Let's get started. First, of course, you want to measure your mouse pad. So because this is 9 by 7.5, or yeah, it's pretty much 7.5. You do want to make sure your image is just slightly bigger so that way you cover all corners. Now, normally, traditionally, you would have your mouse pad like this, but because the image that I'm choosing, because this one is for me, I'm just going to have mine like this. Doesn't really matter. So here I am in Silhouette Studio. This is the Designer Business Edition, but that doesn't matter for this project. Doesn't really matter which edition you have. My image right now is too small, so I just need to enlarge it because, as I said, the mouse pad is about 9 by 7.5. So I'm just going to make it slightly larger to cover everything. Now you see this box over here? My picture was taller than this, so I just actually chopped off that part. So that's why the side here, the measurement is telling me it is 10, but that's not the actual size. So I'm just going to take it by the boxes because these are actual, these are the actual sizes of the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 inches. So I need to bring it down to 9, a little over 9. So now this is measuring 9 by 7.7. So that's enough. I actually had it flipped horizontally already, but this is how the image actually looks. But if you right click, flip horizontally, so that way it'll be looking backwards. So when you print it, when you sublimate it directly onto the mouse pad, it will actually sublimate the correct way. So you want to make sure that you flip your image horizontally. So I'm just going to send this to the printer, and that way I will be able to sublimate this image onto the mouse pad. I printed out my image already. You do need to mirror your image. This is mirrored, so you need to flip it horizontally so that way it can come out the correct way. But I need to cut off these sides of the edges. So this is the mouse pad. Okay, so that does fit perfectly. I was like, ooh, that looks a little bit big. But that's going to be the image. You flip it on down that way. And that way, if it's flipped if it's horizontal, if you mirror your image, it'll come out the correct way. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this off because it does have some excess. I don't have to. You don't have to, but I'm just gonna cut off a little bit from the bottom. I don't want to cut too much from the side, so I'll just go ahead and leave that. Okay, so you will need some sublimation paper. I just want to make sure I get the right length. You just want to be able to double it under the heat press. And I'll have the links of everything that I use down in the description box below for easy access. So you just want to put your image just like that. But we're going to go on over to the heat press so that way you can see up close what I do. Okay, so we're over at the heat press. I have my heat press heating up to 400 degrees, and I'm going to press this for 50 seconds. You can press it anywhere from 45 to 60 seconds. I'm going to use my heat transfer tape. But first, before I put that down, you always want to take a lint brush, lint roller, just to get off any excess lint because it will transfer. Even though it's a brand new pad, you just want to make sure you do that because it will show up in different colors of like blue and green. So I have this here and I'm just going to place my image down this way to make sure it is on there all the way. I could have had my image a little wider. I want to make sure it's straight. Now this is A-sub paper. I'm using sublimation paper. I'm just trying to make sure I have my image straight. I don't want no crooked picture. Looks pretty much good. You don't have to tape it down, but I tape it down because you want to prevent any ghosting. If it moves, then that's how you'll end up with ghosting. So I have my butcher paper under the bottom. I have the mouse pad, and then I have this. And then I'm going to cover it with the top part of the butcher paper to protect it, the ink. You don't want any ink transferring. Okay, so that should be pretty much straight. I'm trying to look at the image, see where my face is at, see where my head is at. My head is down there, so that's good. Okay, so that looks like it's pretty straight. And then I'm just gonna fold this over, just like that. And we're gonna press this. I had it set really tight. Okay, so you wanna remove it really quick. Pull that out. You'll be the first ones to see. This is my very first mouse pad I'm doing. And you want to move that directly out the way. And I shifted it, my paper. That is the image. It came out vibrant, but my image was shifted just a little bit, the picture. So you can see I have like the white edges over there. This is a really old picture. I was trying to find a really nice picture for me and my son, but it came out really nice, but you can't really see. This is hot. This is like so hot. Couldn't really see our faces completely, but I'm just mad that I shifted the paper. It wasn't 100% straight. Otherwise, it would have been perfect. So I'm happy with the way it came out. I mean, not 100% happy, but because it's just for me. I had the paper shifted a little bit. It's kind of hard to see through the A-sub. So unless you trim it down, next time I'll probably trim the edges completely all the way off so that way I can get more accurate and precise, or unless I do it this way. I didn't do it that way. I should have did it that way and then taped it that way, but I wanted to make sure I had taped it to the paper so it wouldn't move. Oh well. But this is how you can sublimate your pictures. My picture was a little fuzzy. Person who took this picture, you know, didn't do that great of a job. So that's why my face didn't come out that clear. But this is for me. This is for my computer, me and my son. Just a picture of us. So I'll definitely be adding, you know, these mouse pads to my Etsy shop, and you can too. So check them out on Coastal Business Supplies and keep coming back weekly. I'm going to try to upload 2 videos a week, but definitely once a week with all different types of products that I'm going to be selling and showing you and how to do DIYs. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I answer everyone. Now I'm going to get rid of this old mouse pad that I've had for years. Nice little bridge. Is that? Yeah, this is New York. So, you know, I had a New York mouse pad. Man, this mouse pad has been here for years. Let's put my new one up. Yeah, baby, me and my son. I don't know why I always got pictures of me and him. It should have been a mouse pad with just me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you get your new sublimated mouse pad. You get you know, one of my coffee mugs with some bling. And if you have not yet seen one of my blinging videos, you need to check them out. I bling all types of mugs. So, you know, you got your custom mouse pad, you got your custom mug, you good to go. That is really bothering me, but maybe I'll try to take a marker and do something with that. Next one will not be shifted. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. You already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Peace and blessings. Ciao.